Good morning, everyone. My name is Tricia Ney. I'm the Executive Director of Maryland's Office of Healthcare Quality. I joined the Office of Healthcare Quality in 2008 as the Medical Director and fulfilled that role until August of this year when I became the Executive Director. Unfortunately, I can't be with you today because I'm on a cruise to Bermuda with my mother and my husband, but I'm thinking of you at your annual conference. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a geriatrician and hospice and palliative care physician who still sees homebound patients in Montgomery County, in addition to my full-time state job. The Office of Healthcare Quality's mission is to oversee the quality of care in over 14,500 facilities and community-based providers across the state. Adult medical daycare is one of the many provider types that we regulate. We do licensure activities, certification, and regulatory activities. Additionally, we educate consumers and stakeholders and providers through programs like today at annual meetings. We have town hall meetings, we have small group sessions, and we have tools on our website also, and you should check out those things. In addition to the OHCQ website, we also maintain a website for the Maryland MOLST form, and that website is marylandmolst.org, and want to acknowledge the wonderful work that the adult medical daycare providers have done in learning about this new order form that has orders for life-sustaining treatment and code status. While the provider types that were mandated to use this did not include your industry, you've all risen to the challenge of doing what's right to the patient and learned about this on your own time and have implemented this in many places across the state, and we applaud you for that work. There are many things changing at the Office of Healthcare Quality, as many of our longtime state employees who've been here as long as 41 years have retired from state service after many years of service to the citizens of Maryland. So there's some new faces at our office that you'll hear about or you'll meet in your travels. Our new Deputy Director of State Programs is Emma Hambright, and Emma replaces Bill Durrell, and Emma will be here today, so hopefully you can meet her. Additionally, we're having a new Chief Nurse. Her name is Sandy Brunell. Sandy was previously the Deputy Director of Medicaid, handling 7 different waiver programs. She has experience in New Jersey as a state surveyor and program manager for many years in the New Jersey State Survey Agency. She will be joining us on October 30th as the new Chief Nurse. Additionally, we will be having a new Chief of Staff and a new program manager that's going to cover assisted living and adult medical daycare providers. Those interviews are in process, and in the coming days or weeks you should hear announcements about who's been appointed in those positions. Additionally, we've had about a half dozen surveyors start at the Office of Healthcare Quality in different units, and so you'll see some new faces and some longtime familiar ones also. Currently, there are 112 licensed adult medical daycares in Maryland. We're currently cross-training surveyors from our assisted living unit to also survey in adult medical daycares to provide a broader pool of surveyors for cross-coverage when someone is out. Stella continues to be your coordinator, and Emma is your new Deputy Director. Some of the trends that we've observed in your setting have been individuals who have a propensity to elope or wander, and what interventions you may have put in place to keep those individuals safe. So that's something that our surveyors will be looking for as they come out and do surveys in your location. If you have any questions about our survey process or our approach to things, we'd encourage you to contact our office. And we're happy to do small group meetings with providers or stakeholder organizations like today's meeting to address those concerns. Additionally, many of you know there are new changes coming with the adult medical daycare regulations, and you've been working on those for years, and they're getting close to being finalized. The last step we took was to post these regulations on the website for informal comments to be received, and we got a number of comments. We're now in the process of contacting everyone who did send us a comment to follow up with them so they know what the outcome was. If we generally reach consensus on those comments, we're going to move forward to the next step of putting it in the Maryland Register for informal comments through that system. If there's not consensus on several of the big points, we'll be having more discussions and more stakeholder meetings. We're just trying to get a barometer of where things are with the industry now. So if today any of you have concerns or compliments or questions about them, please talk to one of the OHCQ staff who is here, or Dana Kaufman, so that we can make sure that your voice is heard in this process. The way the regulations work is that after they're in the Maryland Register for informal comments, we then review those comments, follow up with individuals, and if there are no substantive changes, we then can move forward to making them final and printing them in the Maryland Register. So we anticipate in the coming weeks we will know whether that they'll be printed informally in the Maryland Register or we have to have more meetings. So we want to include you in this process because I think it's important for regulations like this being revised, that it's not just the state agencies, but it's the providers and the organizations that represent them that are involved in this, as well as the consumers. And we're pleased to say all those groups have participated in this process so far. So it looks like you have a tight schedule for the day, and I'll let you get on with your other speakers. And again, thank you and best wishes from Bermuda.